Boy, things between Tyron Woodley and Colby Covington are starting to warm up. And there's a couple of things here at play that seem a little bit amiss. By example, I could give you more quotes from T. Wood than I could from Colby. Is there ever a time when I can make that statement? I mean, Colby, for the most part, has laid low. How do you interpret that? I know firsthand he's laying low because he's buckled down and he's getting ready for a fight. He didn't know it was going to be against Tyron. That got announced 7-8 weeks ago. Okay, it's Tyron. He's going in that direction. But I will tell you, I don't know if we've ever seen Colby so quiet. I don't suggest for you that's going to last long. I would be accurate in telling you, at least in the last 10 days, it's been the T. Wood show. T. Wood's been out there. He's been saying all sorts of stuff, and he feels good. He's talking about his training. He says how great he feels. Got guys within his camp saying how great he's looking and feeling. Coaches saying we got a rejuvenated Tyron Woodley here. You still, at the end of the day, do tie back to it. At some point, those two must have worked out together. I don't know that. I've never been told that. They were the same weight class at the American Top Team. They were in the same gym, same team. They just must have. And they both, regardless of how they feel today, are going to be able to reflect back on those workouts. And it won't come as simple as you think of, oh, I got the best of him, and therefore I should be confident. The details that an athlete will remember are a lot more precise and specific. I know in this position, he didn't have an answer for it. I remember when he had me in this position, I struggled. So you're going to have certain clues and certain details, but it has been interesting. I don't remember Tyron Woodley being quite so vocal and quite so confident and quite so often in a period of time. And I think he is likely as surprised at us that he's not getting counterpunched. Again, I will predict for you that chamber is being loaded. I don't predict for you that Colby, for some odd reason, is walking into this fight with a muzzle over his mouth. But prior to a contest, all we have is the talk. All we have is the buildup, and we're taking clues too. We're assessing these guys. We're assessing everything they say, everything that we're hearing about them, no different than school. Some guy sees another guy bench press 225 pounds in school. That guy leaves, tells other people, the whole school knows that it happened. It's just sharing with you. It's no different now. Those reputations start to get out. Those words start to get out. Everything is looking very good for Tyron, and Colby's trading privately right now. Not just because of the pandemic. He set up his own thing. You know, there's a couple of guys that come in. He's got a couple of coaches that come in. The team is extremely small. Those rumors and reputations just aren't going to seep out the same way. Now, Colby will bring them to us. Colby's not going to let anybody down. We're going to have some fun here. But there is a fair observation by me that the one that we're hearing from is not the one that we're always used to hearing from.
Yeah, I mean, Colby's not at our gym anymore. He's doing his own thing. He's got Team Colby going on. He's doing some training over at MMA Masters, and they got some really good guys over there and some really good coaches. You know, guys that, you know, used to be part of our team at one time. Daniel Valverde, who's just an amazing jiu-jitsu practitioner. Fucking guy kicked my ass 1,000 times. And he's got a good team. So, you know, he doesn't need us. He's doing his own thing. And, you know, I still consider Colby a friend. I like Colby. And I like T Wood a lot, obviously. I got a long relationship with him too. So, you know, I'll watch the fight. You know, I'm not going to sit there and try to play sides or cheer. And, you know, I'm probably going to be happy for somebody getting a win and feel bad for the other guy getting a loss.
Yeah, it's sort of bittersweet as far as the matchup goes. Yeah, I was going to ask you about MMA Masters because Colby, I don't know if you've noticed, has not done much media leading into this fight. Even me, who I usually interview him before every fight, he's gone radio silent on not just me, but a lot of the other outlets too. But I did think it was MMA Masters he was training at because I did notice on Instagram he's following that account. So from what you're hearing, he is over there because I imagine the options are kind of limited. He's not training at Sanford MMA where Usman is, or Usman used to be, or Gilbert Burns, right?
No, he's over there, and you know, Caesar's a good striking coach. It's been in the game a long time, and Valverde's as good a sub guy as you're ever going to find on this planet. So he's getting good training. They got good training partners over there, and you know, I'm sure he's doing what he needs to do to get ready.
it's going to be a great fight regardless. And as we mentioned at the top of the show, this will be the first time an African-American woman is headlining a UFC card. So Angela, definitely a pioneer. And we want to just sort of highlight some other pioneers that have already been here in the UFC with some other firsts. So other notables, Maurice Smith was the first African-American man to headline a UFC card. That was back in 1997. In 1998, Frank Shamrock became the first Hispanic male to headline. And in 2014, Carla Esparza was the first Hispanic woman to have her name atop the UFC marquee. The first two women to ever headline a UFC card were Ronda Rousey and Liz Carmouche in 2013. And Liz also had the double honor of being the first LGBTQ fighter to hold a main event spot in the UFC. So congratulations are due all around to those ladies and gentlemen. And here is Angela with Heidi earlier this morning.
Thank you very much. Well, Angela, big weekend ahead here for you. I know that, let's just first back up and tell me about when you heard that you were going to be headlining this card and making some history along with that, becoming the first African-American woman to do so. What has this experience been like for you this week and over the course of these past few weeks?
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster. I think I was excited when I was co-main. I found that out maybe 2 days before I found out that I was the main event, and I just felt lucky. You know, I felt lucky that I've been able to make it this far. I feel lucky that that me and my opponent have been testing clean up until this point, and it's I feel like it's something that people are really excited about just because of the way that America is right now, the way that the world is right now. I'm really excited to just be able to represent as well as just show how good I've become as a fighter.
Do you feel like it adds a little pressure to your game?
Oh, always. It always adds pressure, but I've had that pressure since I got into the UFC. From the moment that someone told me, "Oh, hey, you're the first Black American woman to be signed to the UFC," I've had that pressure on me since then. So it's been something that I've had to deal with since very early in my career, since my first pro fight. I've had to deal with that, and it's not a negative thing. It's definitely a positive. And I think there have been points where if I didn't feel this sense of responsibility, then maybe I would have quit, or maybe I wouldn't have tried so hard, or wouldn't have bounced back as well as I did. So I've been using it as fuel, and it's gotten me this far, and I'm prepared to take it even further.
You know, you said that you believe that Michelle Waterson is the perfect opponent for you now. Why?
I've always felt like I matched well against her. I feel like my striking style matches well against her, and I don't think that she's beaten anyone better than who I've beaten. So I think this is going to be a good test. I think that my last fight should have been a win, and I feel like that opponent was a lot more dangerous than she is, just when it comes to matchups and just strong points. So with Michelle, I feel like she plays into my style a little bit more.
If you are a fighter or someone who wants to start training in MMA, listen up. My name is Phil DeRue. I am the head performance coach of American Top Team. I train some of the elite MMA athletes in the world, such as Dustin Poirier, King Mo Lawal, Frankie Edgar, Junior Dos Santos, Edson Barbosa, and Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Going to MMA gyms or hiring a personal trainer can get extremely expensive over time. So if you want to get in shape and train using the exact program of the top MMA fighters for an affordable one-time price, check out Fight Ready in the description below. Use code MMA Central to get 20% off your final purchase. I hope to see you on the inside.